Today we are going to comment on the James Charles drama. One of the many.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it would really mean a lot to me."
First, she didn't say that. I don't know why. He decided to play it even worse for him with that. I put it here, but she sent him like, I lost my job, anything helps. And that was it. And he somehow tries to make it like she was begging, which is weird. It's definitely weird.
I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help. I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
His first reaction when he sees somebody who has lost their job and has made a GoFundMe to try to make ends meet and is asking for $1,600 at the time when she sent him that. Your first reaction is anger and to mock that person. He really does think that you can easily find another job. Like it's not one of the hardest things to do now.
Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same message to myself.
Why does it matter if she copied and pasted the same message? Why does it matter? Yeah, she's desperate. She's trying to pay her rent and feed her family.
Who you don't follow, by the way.
Oh no, that's her biggest crime. She doesn't follow him. Because when you decide whether to help somebody or not, you first have to check if they follow you.
And probably 100 other influencers and celebrities. You could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't.
What makes him think that she didn't apply for 100 other jobs? Brother, it's not how the world works. There's only so many jobs that you can apply for. And maybe she didn't hear from any of them because there are companies that put job listings, but they actually don't hire people. They just want to collect data from people. So that can be also a factor. And maybe she didn't hear from the 100 other jobs that she applied for. Because when I first searched for a job, I applied for like 10, 20 jobs for the first day. I only heard back from one, and it was the most miserable job that I've ever worked. It was physically demanding a lot. It paid below minimum wage. And I had to do so much shit. They didn't even let me get home when I was sick. I had to beg for hours to essentially let me to leave the job and get home when I was pissing blood and I had fever and I was coughing. I felt like I was about to die and they made me beg for hours so I can get home. I had to contact everybody that's ever worked in this place. And yeah, after hours of begging, they finally let me go home. But yeah, there is not a lot of jobs that you will like, that will pay you good and that will take you actually. The only job that I managed to find paid me below minimum wage. And it was like $200 below the minimum wage or salary. The monthly payment. Is it the wage or salary? But yeah, it's so easy, right? It's so easy to find the job.
Because you're a lazy piece of shit.
Bruh. That took me by surprise. Imagine a person who is needing help contacts you, asking for help. Anything helps you. He could have just shared it on story or something. He could have just done that without even paying anything. He's a millionaire. He has the money. He has spent so much money on so many stupid that he doesn't need. How the do you know that she's a lazy piece of shit? Is that what he said? She was working and she lost her job from something that she couldn't control. How is that a lazy piece of shit? But yeah, of course, you know better than everybody else.
You're entitled.
Oh, so now she's... Oh my... Oh, please keep your distance from the camera, please. So she's entitled? If he says it must be true, right?
Celebrities should fund your life for you. What?
She was asking for rent money. She was asking for $1,600. But yeah, he is funding her whole life.
Why would I ever help you?
I've helped a lot of people that I don't even know if they're good or bad people, if they're lazy or not, because I see that they're in need. What do you mean? Why would you ever help somebody? Because you're a good person? He could have just ignored it, but he saw that it was a legitimate GoFundMe and he decided to publicly humiliate this person that he doesn't know, this person that has gone so far to have to ask people for help because she can't pay her rent or buy food or whatever, while you're sitting in front of your phone in a robe in the middle of the day, haven't worked in God knows how many years, and you dare to call somebody that you don't know lazy for working and then losing their job, which is something that wasn't in their control.
Not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never...
Oh,
on your life.
Okay, I know why he doesn't want to help.
For you. Why would I ever help you?
Why would I ever help you?
You're not a fan. You don't even...
You're not a fan. You don't praise me. So why should I help you?
You follow me.
You've never followed me. You've never supported me.
This is your first time DMing.
Unless you bought from him, or follow him, or supported him, or DM'd him saying how good of a person he is, he's not going to help you. Or if you're a little boy, I guess you just don't deserve his help. If you're just a normal person that he's not attracted to or hasn't supported him. So the only way you're going to help somebody is if they gave you money in the past. So you don't just help homeless people because they can give you money. So you've never helped anybody that hasn't supported you. What the fuck is even that?
Anything that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my god!
She's asking for help. She's not saying that you're obliged to help. Brother, what the fuck is even that?
Welcome to the real world, sweetheart.
Brother, you have never lived in the real world. I can tell you that. And you're sitting your stupid ass and saying, welcome to the real world. You don't know what the real world is. Do you know what the real world is? When I started my first job at a grocery store, there was this homeless man that always came to the store, and in my language it's a form that you use to call people when you don't know them and you want to be polite, and there's a form that you call your friends. So I always call him that first form that was for people you don't know when you have to be polite, and he was so shocked that I used that form because nobody treated him like a normal human being. This is the real world. There are people who work their off and still don't have enough money to put food on the table. My parents are in debt. If one of them loses their job, it will be detrimental. They can lose the house. And I'm trying my best to support them, but I have to support myself too. That is the real world.
Lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied.
First of all, she doesn't look white. I don't know what race she looks. Maybe mixed or something. I don't know. Pretty. What does pretty have to do with anything with finding a job? And able-bodied. How the fuck do you know that she's able-bodied? My dad has a disability that you can't see. People who have disabilities are not just people that are in wheelchairs. If you look at my dad, you will never be able to tell that he has a disability, but he does. And he was suffering a lot because of that disability, and he couldn't find a job for a very long time because of that disability. How the fuck can you even judge that?
You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I?
How the fuck do you know who is trying harder? You don't even know her. You don't know her story. Maybe she takes care for somebody else. You don't even know her, and you judge her on a picture and a text that she sent you, and basically judging her because she doesn't follow you.
Help you! Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe?
Why do you think she doesn't need a GoFundMe? How the f do you know she doesn't need it? What if she's in debt and that was her last resort? What if she has a sick child that she needs to take care of? What if she has any type of child that they take so much money? Why the f do you think she doesn't need it?
At least like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed. Doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one.
Oh, he's pissed off, guys. We've pissed off the influencer.
Fine. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million, and everybody else dies. Like, go
She just asked for help. You could have just ignored. But no, you decided to lose your mind over somebody who lost their job and is asking for help. What the fuck is wrong with you, bruh? His first reaction is zero empathy, anger, humiliation, and he thinks that he is better than everyone, and for him to help somebody, this person first has to praise them. Reminds me of a particular personality disorder, but I can't judge, okay? But a normal, functional human being first will react with empathy. The initial reaction is how you determine what kind of person you're dealing with. His first reaction was anger. His first reaction was to humiliate a person in need, and he knew that she was in need because he saw that it was a legitimate GoFundMe. Because why would he ever do a video on something that isn't a legitimate GoFundMe? Why would I ever help you? You've never praised me, supported me, gave me money. Why do you think you deserve my help? You help people because you feel empathy for them and because you know how you will feel if you're in their situation. That's why you help people.
Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job.
Some people die when they lose their job. Some people become homeless when they lose their job. Yeah, but all you did was you lost your job, right?
Welcome to the real world. I can
Welcome to the real world.
please understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support support for you. I love you.
So again, confirming that for you to help somebody in need, they have to be your fan. They have to be below you and support you. And when they need help, that's when you will help them. You can't just help a stranger because you don't want them to feel pain. No, you can't just do that.
I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there's no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you.
Maybe you will help. Brother, you have so much money. I can't even imagine having this much money and not helping anybody that I see. That is so insane.
This bitch, you lost your job? Oh!
Who the fuck are you to call her bitch?
Oh! What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Why don't you try to work for a week, a regular job? Just an idea. So he deleted that video and he made an apology that you probably have seen.
I ended up deleting the video that I posted yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before.
It doesn't matter. If I had that much money, I would have tried my best to help people. You don't need that much money. I want to have money to be able to help people. What is wrong with people? What's wrong with so many influencers getting rich and becoming not human anymore? My dreams are to monetize both of my channels so I can get money off of YouTube, so I can work as a psychologist for free for people who need it. And my dream is to help people because I know how it feels to not be able to search for the help that you need and suffering in this mental torture that becomes your brain. I also, if I have enough money, I want to have a shelter for dogs and cats. But this is like one of the more dreams that I have. Yeah, that word. I don't know how people have so much money and don't help anybody. It's so bizarre to me. Maybe if you have less empathy, you don't care that much, and that's how you become successful. I don't know.
Begging for money, and most people were like enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments, and a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive, and they're right.
Yeah, no really.
I deleted it, but of course the internet is forever, and now a lot of content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job.
It became so much worse, brother. The whole video is
upload their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all so out of touch, this is so disgusting, you don't know how hard it is in the job market these days.
Yeah, you don't know how hard it is to survive paycheck to paycheck, not being able to buy necessities even.
Oh my god, give me a fucking break. I am out of touch, first and foremost, okay? I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience.
So you have to pretend that you're poor to be relatable? What are we talking about? No, you have to have basic empathy and you can be relatable. You don't need to pretend that you're poor. You don't need to be rude also. And you can have money and not be out of touch. You know that, right? I've never liked him. I've never watched his stuff. I didn't even know that he texted children, which is why the fuck does he continue to have a platform when he texted children, first of all? And he admitted to doing that. Why does it have to be controversy over and over and over and over again and nothing changing?
I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching, as if you guys are going to be fooled into thinking that even
not everybody that is relatable is faking it. Like, what?
Watching me for 10 years now, it's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself and was determined to literally do anything to make it happen, and luckily I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job. The reason I made that video yesterday though was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have noticed.
Yeah, she didn't have the make it work mentality. Did she tell you that? Where the fuck did you get that information from? You don't even know this woman. You don't know how she lives if she has to take care of somebody. You don't know anything about this woman, but you just assume that she doesn't have the mentality.
To actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation, they immediately result in asking for help. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help. In my personal opinion though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree,
maybe it was her last resort.
That's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally do not believe that to be the case because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities. This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam.
So you have to first give him money for him to treat you as a human being?
Copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes across as...
It's not entitled. She just asked for help. If you can help, you could have just ignored, but you didn't.
I stand by what I said 10 toes down.
He stands by what he said 10 toes down, but he deleted his first video.
Instead of spending an hour copying and pasting the same DM to 100 different celebrities or influencers, you could have spent the same amount of time copying and pasting a job application to hundreds of different companies. Or
why do you not think that she did that?
Put in a little bit of effort. If you want to send the DMs, at least spend 20 seconds before you hit send, customizing it to the person that you're asking for money from, right? Hi, sister. James, I've been watching your YouTube videos since I was a teenager. You really taught me how to do makeup and it positively impacted my life every single Friday. Hey, I'm in this shitty situation. Do you think that you could help? I know putting in the extra work and effort probably feels useless when you know that you're in a sea of DMs or job applicants, but trust and believe, as somebody who's now on the other side of things, the little bit of extra effort does go a very long way. And unfortunately, taking the easy route is usually never going to work.
But why does he assume that she didn't do that? Did she tell you that she didn't do it? Maybe she did it and it didn't work, and maybe that was her last resort. So if I don't give somebody money, I don't deserve to be treated like a human, and I'm a lazy piece of shit. But what if I don't have the money to support them? What's your logic, brother?
It was definitely never my intention to undermine anybody who's trying to work and provide a better future for themselves, their family, and their loved ones. I just don't exactly think that that is what this person was trying to do, or at least the right way to go about doing it.
You're a lazy piece of shit. Sorry. He did an apology that he actually took everything back.
The video that I posted 2 weeks ago now about the Spirit Airlines situation was awful. That video was terrible, it was nasty, it was disrespectful, it was completely unnecessary. And seeing clips of it all over my For You page is embarrassing to say the least. There is no excuse for making that video, so I'm not going to sit down today and try to give you one.
So he made an organization to help people, I guess. But this is the girl.
So he did message me. Here's a screenshot. Did you respond to his apology? I sure the hell did not. I did not, because I don't think I could have put any words together and kept it respectful. So I did not respond. I just opened it, I read it, and
So it seems that she didn't want to be famous. She didn't want to be an influencer. She didn't want all of that attention on her, and I get it, but he kind of caused it, unfortunately. And he finally decided to donate money, which first people think it's from his own account, that he donated 500, and then he donated from his official team account 5,000. But yeah, she didn't forgive him, and so he sent her this apology. Hi Amber, I wanted to reach out privately with an apology for the video I made. It was disgraceful and completely unnecessary, and there is no excuse for me yelling at and berating someone for asking for help in a shitty situation that was completely out of your control, and I'm so sorry for adding to what was already a distressing time. I'm so ashamed for most only the video, but also for being so disgustingly out of touch. I was sent your video today and was so glad to see your GoFundMe has exploded, but I also know that getting attention online can be scary and overwhelming, especially when you never ask for it in the first place. I spent the last few days reading stories from real people about what it's actually like losing a job. Wow, you have to read stories from real people without notice, and also learning about the journey to find a new one when so many people are going through the same situation. I've just donated to your GoFundMe, but also please know I'm here if there is anything else I can help with or do. Also fully understand if you never want to hear from me again. I genuinely wish you all the best and hope you're doing okay. You know, you could have just ignored the first message and none of that would have happened. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be cancelled any day soon. He's got 39.9 million followers, which is less than what he had, but I don't think he's going anywhere. And even if he gets cancelled, he still has money. He really is untouchable and he doesn't care. If he really did care about this girl, he wouldn't have reacted with that kind of attitude. Nobody needs your shitty ass attitude on top of the extremely scary situation that they're in. I don't know if this is his PR strategy or it's just a distasteful act, but he was trying to make a viral video, a viral sound, and he kind of did it, but in the wrong way. So yeah, he was trying to sound so relatable and quirky and like he knew what people went through and that she was just entitled. He wanted to sound so smart, but yeah, it didn't go exactly as he expected, because does he not talk with real people? How can you be like that? Does he not have friends that aren't famous? Has he never heard of the job market? What kind of life do you have to live with this out of touch? That's so scary to think. He doesn't know anything about the real world, but he thinks he knows everything and that he's smarter than people. Imagine being this delusional. So yeah, these are my thoughts. I don't think he's going to be cancelled. I don't think he's going to change. I think in a few months or years, it's going to be another controversy and people will still want to cancel him, but he won't be cancelled and it's going to repeat itself like Mikaela. Let's talk about Mikaela. Of course, she had to milk the situation and rage bait people by showing his blush. And she said that she's the person that donated the 10,000. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not, I don't know, but still supporting his blush. But yeah, she just wants her name to be said like Natalie Reynolds. Was that her name? Just this rage baiter kind of people. She has become so out of touch. I think I followed her during the corona, but I never really liked her. I hope you enjoyed this video and bye.